Plaintiff Jamil Roberson says she and the defendant were good friends, and oftentimes when they went out, Jamil had to pay because the defendant never had any money. Jamil added the defendant as an authorized user on her credit card so he could build his credit. But he then used that card to wine and dine her. Jamil's suing him today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Kenneth Rankin says he and Jamil had a special relationship, but they never dated. Kenneth says after he repaid $100 of the loan to Jamil, she came to his job looking for him and assaulted his coworker. And as a result, Kenneth was suspended, so he's countersuing for lost wages.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I met Mr. Rankin in 2012. We're from the same area, so we started running into each other at different events and locations. We started talking, and I found out that we had a lot of things in common. He likes to travel, he likes to hang out, so we basically formed a friendship with each other. Mr. Rankin, we would go out, and he would always say...
date?
We didn't date, we were good friends.
Okay.
Buddies. So he would always say, we want to hang out, but he would always say, oh, it's not a pay week for me. So, you get the bill this time, and I'll get it next time. So that happened a lot. And I told Mr. Rankin, I said, well, since it's never a pay week for you and I do real estate, I said, let me help you get some different streams of income. I said, I'm going to help you repair your credit, and I'm going to put you on my credit card as an authorized user.
Y'all wasn't dating?
No, we were friends. Like, he's my friend, so I wanted to see him do well.
He's my friend, too. You're not on my credit card, though. You're my friend, yeah.
I was trying to help him out, but I told him, I said, don't use the credit card. It's just to help you build your credit. So he agreed. So one day, Mr. Rankin calls me. This is pre-lawsuit. He calls me and says, what are you doing? Let's go hang out. So we went out to a nice restaurant. He's like, get the lobster, get the steak, get the shrimp, get whatever you want. He's like, get a bottle of champagne for the table. So I'm like, must have been a pay week. All right, everything is good. So 2 weeks later, I go on the computer and I see charges on my credit card. So I'm looking like, I know I didn't charge this stuff up. So I looked and I said, this is the night that Ken and I went out. And I called him. I'm like, you took me out on my credit card? He's like, oh, he laughed it off and thought it was a joke. So he did pay me for that within like a month or so. He told me that he was going out of town and he was going to help his brother move in Baltimore. So I was like, okay, fine, have a good trip. So I go back on the computer a couple weeks later and I'm looking and it's charges for $1,500. It was charges for restaurants for $250, hotel charges, a bunch of other charges that were on there. Later, I found out his brother doesn't even live in Baltimore. His brother lives in Indiana. And then I looked in Facebook, and I think he went on vacation with my credit card. So at that point, I took him off as an authorized user, but he did pay me back for those charges.
Okay, let me hear from you, sir.
Judge and I met about 5 years ago. Landlord-tenant court, auction court.
You all met in court?
Yeah.
Eviction court?
Well, it was more like the auction course for like purchasing homes and stuff. Right.
Of people who've been foreclosed?
Right.
So what were you doing?
Purchasing homes and stuff like that. So we met there. We had a really good business relationship. She has a construction company. She did a lot of work for a couple houses I have. I plugged her into a couple other people who had homes also. She did give me a card also. Like you said,
but you all never dated?
We had a special relationship.
Were you intimate or not? Y'all scared to tell you got a boyfriend, he got a girlfriend during that time, or wife, so y'all can't tell? Okay, anybody with common sense know y'all were dating or being intimate or something. Go ahead.
Well, she never wanted to
handsome guy, pretty girl, y'all getting it. Go ahead. Y'all kidding. I think I'm crazy. Go ahead, what?
We're friends.
We were very close friends. We never had a particularly title to us. We did travel. We did spend a lot of time together. She does have a bit of a temper. So I knew like getting in a relationship would probably be, compounded. So I kind of kept it just on the business side of things, but it's kind of hard.
What business?
We just did real estate.
Okay, you all were buying and selling homes together?
No.
What? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
She says no.
Well, I just started my first one. She has several of them.
You all discussed and helped each other in business?
Right.
Yes, I wanted him to get into real estate and buy homes so that he wouldn't have a pay week issue. Yes.
So she was helping you because she wanted you to make some money on your own.
Yes.
And she says, no, there was no business between the two of you all because you had no money for business. And she was trying to show you how to get you some money so you could pay for some of the meals you kept stiffing her with. That's what I just heard. So and you paid her back all the charges thus far.
I paid for the vacations, yeah.
All right, so let's get to the $2,500. What did he fail to pay?
Okay, so the $2,500 comes in. Ken called me one day. We hadn't spoken for a while. He says that I needed help. So I said, what do you need? He said, I need $2,500 because I just had surgery and I haven't been working and it's not a pay week and I have to pay my rent before they evict me. So I'm a realtor. I actually got Ken the apartment and I didn't want to look bad as a realtor. So I said, fine, I'll give you this money, but you have to sign a promissory note. I want a post-dated check and I want my money back and tell me when you're going to give me my money back. So he said 2 weeks is my pay week or whatever he was getting a check, and that's when he said he was going to pay me back.
Oh, good. You have the note, and obviously he has not paid you back. Sir, what do you want to tell me about this?
I got hurt at work, had surgery, so I wasn't at work. She never asked me for the money back for a significant amount of time. So I don't know what happened with her business. Maybe it got a little slow. So she asked me for it.
Whose business was slow?
I believe her business got a little slow.
My business is not.
Hold on. You owed her money. What are you talking about? You couldn't pay your bills. You're the one, either your business was slow or you had none.
Well,
She had money. What are you talking? You the one owe her. You sound like she owed you. You're confused. Her business was slow. You had no business. You couldn't pay her money. Go ahead, sir.
No, see, we were still talking. We were still friends.
I understand. Beautiful thing. But today you're getting sued because you didn't pay her your money. I hope you're clear on that.
Right.
All right. So
I never denied not paying her. I never denied not paying her the money. She knew I had surgery. She knew I wasn't back at work.
All right, that's your defense, surgery. And your counterclaim for lost wages is for what? $1,300.
$1,300, yes.
How does she owe you?
Well, she came to my job. I'm an event coordinator for a restaurant, and she got in a fight with an employee there. And
What did she come to your job to speak to you about this loan?
Yes.
And how did she get into a fight?
She went there to ask if I was there. The people told her no. They asked if they would call me. She said I wasn't taking her calls. I don't have any calls from her. So from what I understand, that she got in a fist fight with an employee at the job. So
How?
How?
Yes. About what?
About not being able to get in contact with me.
So she just jumped on the fellow employee. I can't contact. He's not here? Boom! Boom! That's what happened.
They asked her to leave, and she wouldn't leave.
And then she jumped on them.
Right.
All right, you have the police report?
We have a report, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it says that?
Yes. Well,
You all didn't call the police?
no, I asked him not to call the police.
Oh, okay. Good. This is your boss. Ken was not working during this time because he had a pending legal action.
That was that event, sir.
This is pending legally?
Yeah, because they were going to go after her, and I asked them not to do that.
So why don't you come to work because of your pending legal action if you were going after someone else?
I was out. I had surgery, so I was.
And we're talking about the pending legal action. Your boss says you weren't there because of a pending legal action. Says nothing about this surgery you keep throwing up as an excuse. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day. Yours is granted.
Thank you. I'm just happy that I won and I want my money back, and it's no hard feelings. If I see him, we say hi. If not, we don't.
Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be friends. I have no hard feelings for her.